Bob, are the managers just afraid? We had a chance for literally, I think, the best pitching matchup in baseball this season. Skubal against Skenes.
Right.
And tell me why
Especially
you think
now
they're
with
not
a
doing
doubleheader.
it. Yeah.
There's no excuse. They're both going to pitch on the same day.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Today they was on a silver platter. Is it because why? Why do you think they did this?
I would think this is more on Donnie Kelly than it is Detroit, right? Because Detroit had him as the day 2 of this 3-game series starter, so he was going to pitch today in the first game. If you're Donnie Kelly, why not just say, hey, we're going to put him up there in game 1, not game 2? He could do that.
Of course he could. I agree with you.
Why won't he do it?
Because he probably thinks I want a better chance to win the Skenes game. But in the meantime, you're depriving, I think, even the pitchers themselves, Skenes and Skubal, all the players, all the fans, the entire baseball world. You are depriving of the pitching matchup of the year.
Yeah, and you only get one shot at this. And if it matches up, and it just so happens that it matches up today that they're both going to pitch, it should be maybe even mandated by baseball. They should have called these managers and say, you know what? For one moment,
AJ Hinch.
Now, of course, Detroit is the best team in baseball, record-wise right now, and he's been. But the Pirates have nothing really to play for.
They have nothing to lose.
Why not see what this matchup would? I think it's
nothing
entertaining.
to lose.
No,
except probably 70 more games this year. Maybe they can.
But would you agree, Sean? This was a Donnie Kelly decision.
Maybe they can bang on trash cans in the Tigers dugout with AJ Hinch, Bob, against Skenes today. Do you think?
Maybe.
You think that might work? I can't believe that we can't even get that. We can't even watch that today.
The fans lose. There's no doubt about it. Baseball as a whole loses. I'm not going to criticize either team individually because they're doing whatever they think is best, but I do wonder.
Do you think it's best? If you're Don Kelly, do you think this is the best move for your team today?
So what I'm thinking is, we talk so much about, could Skenes win a Cy Young with a losing record, a significant losing record? They probably think if he goes against Skubal, he's either getting a loss or a no decision.
That's what he gets anyway.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter.
Game number 2, Detroit, I don't think has even set a starter. That should be a game where
that
Skenes,
guy will throw a no-hitter too.
Well, that's valid. We saw that against Mick Abel in Philadelphia.
His name is Undecided. Paul Skenes versus Undecided, and Undecided's going to have a hell of a game today, Bob.
I think they're trying to get him a win when they have the opportunity because they're thinking whoever Detroit throws in that second game will not be as good as Scoop.
All right. But if you went and asked Paul Skenes what he'd rather do today, I can promise you he'd rather go against Skubal.
And I think Skubal would say the same thing. He would much rather face Skenes than Andrew Heaney.
We had this topic on the showdown on Sunday night, and I think it's an interesting topic. There was a time once when the Cy Young was just one person the whole league.
Yeah.
If that were still in play, and it's not National League and American League, who would be your pick this year? Because I'd have to go Skubal at this point.
Probably today, yeah, but I think by the end it'll be Skenes, and you know what? We would have had a great measuring stick, except we're not going to get it. We're going to watch Andrew Heaney and Sean? Undecided.
I would go Skubal, and I think it's easy to say that if everything else is close, you look at the record and the team success.
And the team success has
I don't look at that. That's unfair.
You don't think that's a tiebreaker?
It's irrelevant.
No,
to me,
he's
it's
saying,
irrelevant.
I agree with you, but he's saying there are people who will use that as a tie-breaking
advantage.
He's
saying he would use it as one.
Oh,
I don't care what other people do.
I'm looking at metrics, period.
Skubal's stats are better. He had a ridiculous streak of like 60 strikeouts to 1 walk. So, I mean, he's a better strikeout pitcher right now.
And the thing about him, he's never gone over 100 pitches in a game this year.
Skenes has a higher WAR. Skubal has a little tiny bit of a lower whip, walk-in hits to innings pitched. Skenes has a better ERA, 178 to 199.
Right.
It's incredibly close, but Skubal's the better strikeout pitcher. Oh, my God. Skubal has only 9. He has only 9 walks in 14 starts.
He has the best ratio of strikeouts to walks in history.
He knows how to pitch to the point where he makes – the reason he gets so many strikeouts, he's so efficient, especially on first pitch, second – he's ahead of just – I saw a stat where it's a ridiculous percentage of the time he's ahead on the count. And when he's ahead on the count, you're not going to hit him, period.
Holy ostrich milk, Bob. And yet we talk about this – this historically great season that Skubal is having. And then you have to say Skenes has an ERA that is significantly better than his. Think about that.
And